Okay. Me anyway. And we're live. Yeah, that's right. Live. Patron stream, so professional. I should use these as an excuse to test stuff out.
He's having problems, apparently.
That's okay.
So.
Well, not okay for him. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. So how are you anyway?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been getting annoyed. Have you seen all this stuff in the news about restricting the age of IVF being made available on the NHS?
No, I'm not familiar with this. My sister had, older sister, went through it because she wasn't allowed to adopt because she was a single healthy person.
Oh, really? That's rubbish.
Yeah, she couldn't adopt. I thought that was the stupidest reason ever. So instead, just because she wants to be a mum and she doesn't want a boyfriend in her life, she decided to go down the IVF route. I'm not sure what is happening with that.
I think it started with Bristol and South Gloucestershire, but they're limiting the age apparently to people between 30 and 35. And people are kicking off because they're saying 35 is too young.
Sorry, what?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's so young. See, I've not been paying much attention to anything. I didn't see this. I sort of noticed a few silly things on Twitter. I was just talking to in an off-air hangout. I was chatting with Irate Bear, Sacritition, and Sinatra. He just hopped on because Sat and Irate Bear are playing Battleground, and Sinatra is addicted to this game. And he pops on and points out to us that Riley is having the umpteenth meltdown at someone for some infraction against herself, himself, Apple's self, and Apple's himself's girlfriend.
Okay.
And it's amusing. I mean, someone tweeted. I saw the picture of Riley post surgery. Very feminine, I have to admit, but very feminine. Well,
yeah, I mean, he's not.
Congratulations.
He, she, whatever. It's not manly looking.
No longer looks like a trender. Riley looks like somebody who is transitioning. Although, if 20 years older, that would look really bad. Like stretched skin looks. Maybe it's a surgery thing. It will wear down over time. Doesn't matter. I'm happy for Riley as long as Riley's happy.
Yeah, but I mean, there's normally swelling and stuff, and it can take sort of several months to heal. So.
I've been all over Instagram with pictures of her and cotton all over the nose and around the eyes, I think.
Yeah.
And I've noticed like Riley getting into it with a biology video that Blair made that got pulled. I don't support flagging, so that was a bit silly. Apparently, it was because of sexual content. There was no sexual content in that video. And now with Ariel Scarcella, I think it's Scarcella, over a claim that that Riley's girlfriend made, being like sexual preference is a choice or something, or sexual orientation is a choice or something. It's amusing.
I think it's the internet. You can't take everything personally.
I like that these arguments are not only happening, but they still happen on Twitter, and people think this is the place to have it.
Yeah.
Oh, I disagree with you, so now I'm going to take my 140 characters and tell you who's boss and what's what. And then you will be sorry you messed with me and my 140 characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mind you, the other thing I found out this week that I wasn't aware of is that female genital piercing comes under FGM in British law.
Mm-hmm.
Which baffles me, because apparently hospitals have to report it as abuse.
Really?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Actually, that does sound like something I've heard before. But then again, I didn't really pay much attention. It's hardly relevant to me most of the time.
No, but it baffles me that, women who have it done voluntarily, and under law you have to be above a certain age and stuff to have any piercing done.
Yep.
But now,
Oh, it's federal law, US law. If you have piercings down there, it's considered genital mutilation.
but it's fine for men to have it done.
Yes, we all love a good old-fashioned Prince Albert. Oh, that makes me cringe just thinking about it. Didn't one of the guys on Jackass have it done? On the show, had their dick pierced.
That does sound vaguely familiar.
It may have been Steve-O or Party Boy.
Yeah.
Oh dear, no.
I've known a few guys that have had it done over the years, but no,
it's not really my thing. I'll stick to having none. Love on Friday, two of my sisters had nearly year-old vouchers for a tattoo parlor for like £70 worth of tattoo work each. And they forgot about them for so long. Finally booked them in when they were about to become invalid, and went down and had these tattoos sorted out because they wanted the same guy. They couldn't have them done at the same time, meaning that myself and my older sister had to sit with 4 very young children for about 5 hours downtown.
Sounds fun.
Right. The weather kept flicking between raining and not. I, at the time, was not well. And we got back 10 minutes before my appointment for the doctors, where they finally figured out what was wrong. And it was such a ridiculous thing for what they drew. I just thought this wasn't worth it. I could have gotten a needle myself and done these better.
What we doing? What are we talking about here? Hello, tattoos. By the way. Evening.
Hello.
Having problems with my pooter.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Yes, a good session.
Fashionably late.
Yes, let's say that. Yeah. It was
you didn't want to work, huh?
It was I think I mess about on my computer a lot, and I think I messed up a setting or something. So a quick restart.
Well, there's a lesson to be learned in there somewhere.
I wouldn't be me if I would mess about with my computer.
Can't tell a techie not to fiddle around with their computer.
Well, let's just hope the techie can retrace the techie steps so the techie doesn't fuck it up again and have to call a different techie out to tech the PC back to shape.
Yeah, I mess about with Linux a fair bit, and that's where you can really mess up stuff. You start changing settings in different config files and things. And
then what's really embarrassing?
What's that?
Being a techie and having to call tech support. That's embarrassing.
Sometimes you don't have a choice, though. I get locked out of my AD account all the time.
Just embarrassing.
Say that.
That's terrible.
Hang my head in shame.
You should, a little at least.
So, what we're talking about? I think I heard about clitoral piercings. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, yeah, that. Piercings, tattoos, yes. Things I don't have. And things I got stuck in town for several hours waiting for my sisters to have done. They only needed to have an hour session each as well. But they were there for so... It was ridiculous.
Did they go in on the street, or did they have a booking?
They booked it, but they wanted the same guy who had to then, because they forgot to send the designs to them, had to draw the ones that they chose by hand and sort it all out. He wasn't prepared for it. I couldn't be bothered to sit in Starbucks any longer with 4 very hyperactive young children. So I bought a couple comic books, and I was like, I know, I'll show these to my niece. She'll love them. No. She'd rather take the ice out of someone else's iced tea, put it on the floor, and jump on it.
Oh, we finally got round to seeing Homecoming on Saturday.
Oh yeah. Did you enjoy it?
I did.
It was good.
Yeah. So this is what the difference between Sony and Marvel. Marvel know how to make a superhero movie. As long as it's not Iron Man 2 or 3.
True. But that's what I want Spider-Man to be.
I still like the original Spider-Man movies. They can't be denied they were good.
The cheesy ones with the old fitting costumes and stuff. It's like the original Hulk.
Still very
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the original Hulk.
Yeah, it was a funny film.
No, I mean the original series.
Oh, the original series, yeah. I thought
with-
the original film was funny because they implied that he could just get bigger and bigger. Are you kidding me? There is a limitation to how much some dickhead can grow.
I don't know. I like the Edward Norton one. Apart from
the one
Tim
before.
Roth.
Yeah, I think we said that before. Tim Roth with the six-pack is just not right.
He looked emaciated.
Yeah, he didn't. It wasn't a good look for him.
No, it wasn't. They were considering bringing him back. Abomination, that is.
Oh, really?
There's some very funny S.H.I.E.L.D. skit shorts. There's one where Coulson goes into a shop and disarms somebody by, I think he throws something at them. He disarms the guy trying to rob it. But there's also a mention Coulson sitting having lunch with someone, another agent, and he's talking about how they originally wanted to bring Abomination into, or somebody wanted to bring Abomination into the Avengers initiative instead. Because that would have been bad.
I don't know. I'm still impatiently waiting to see who's going to play Carnage in the Venom movie.
I don't know, announced it yet.
No. Not yet.
Who do you think it'll be?
Because it's one of those things that it's either going to be really, really wrong or absolutely perfect.
Who would you like it to be?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It needs to be someone that can play a kind of psychopathic serial killer quite well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'd like it to be the Chuckle Brothers.
To me, to you, to me, to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're sharing the symbiont. And
Get them Chuckles out.
I'm off the subject slightly here, but I was just checking out how much Suicide Squad made at the box office. $745 million and $175 million budget. And that is such a shit.
So for that budget, it would have to have made about 400 million to break even, because of all the money that went into promoting it, and merchandise and things like that, and fees and cuts from other things. So yeah, it made a really good profit even after that. At the same time, it wasn't great. I'll agree.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah. To be fair, they fucked up Batman v Superman as well. I thought they should have done a second Man of Steel first before going into that. But whatever. The extended versions of both Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman are really good. It makes it a lot more entertaining, at least.
Yeah, we've not actually got around to seeing those yet.
I've watched them. They're good. You should watch them. The Batman v Superman one is less. There's more to it, and it's better. It's obviously going to be better.
But I've been told to watch the extended version of that.
Was there an extended version to Man of Steel? Because that was an okay film.
I'm just not a big fan of
Of what?
I'm not a big fan of Superman, so.
To be fair, all DC superheroes for the most part have godlike powers.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise.
Apart from Batman.
Oh, how relatable, godlike.
Well, Batman's just got like lots of money. But then again,
Yeah.
so is Iron Man, though. Yeah. That's a superpower.
Yeah. To an extent, Captain America isn't a superhero at all either. He's just the peak of human physical fitness and intelligence to an extent. It's not like he's better or genetically enhanced. He's just the absolute epitome.
Yeah, he was always kind of a bit outshone by everybody else in the Avengers, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he was the first test subject, wasn't he, of the weapon program?
Yeah,
Super serum, yeah, the super serum, super soldier. Then again, I'm surprised they never managed to figure out Erskine. They say there was a slight error. They never managed to figure out Erskine's formula. But in the Incredible Hulk, they have a vial of the formula. Right? They have a vial of it.
I thought he got
So
changed
they're
with,
able
like gamma rays or something.
Yeah, but in the first Avenger film they use Vita rays.
Vita rays.
So even with one vial, they could have replicated the formula and made enough to make a proper super soldier, rather than ballsing it up and creating Banner's new backstory. It was very problematic.
I think the thing is that they're kind of slowly trying to bring it all together to make it like a cohesive story, which means they're having to sort of backtrack and rewrite stuff.
Yeah, it's not surprising. They need to make it. I guess it's not such a problem now because the first two phases have done so well. Phase 3 is nearly over. They've already started writing for phase 4, which surprises me. I thought they might slow down a bit, but no, they're in full let's make fucking money mode.
The thing is, all the films do so well because everyone's like, people are already excited for Infinity War and Ragnarok and stuff.
Yeah, the last decade, superhero films have absolutely dominated financially, but not picked up anywhere near as many awards as other films. Other genres. Superhero films just make the money. It's the cash cow of Hollywood at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we could all agree that the acting isn't possibly, up to an Academy Award levels. I'm sure they probably do win things in special effects, but they don't present awards during the ceremony for those, do they?
It's hard to really sell Ant-Man. Fucking hell. That film still made a profit as well. It's getting a second one.
I know.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I quite enjoyed that one.
I enjoyed it more than I thought I would because I don't particularly like the guy that plays him.
No, I didn't like the guy either. I assume the reason you liked it were things like the massive ant or the toy train set that fucking got blown up.
Or Michael Douglas.
Oh dear.
I think
Michael Douglas is fun, yeah.
He saved that film.
See what they should have done? They should have had Hank Pym, current year not old Hank Pym, because his story would have been better instead of going with Scott Lang. And instead, then they could have then fobbed him up, passed him off after a third Ant-Man film to Lang instead of Pym being the old senile git. Oh I don't know. My niece quite liked that film as well. I thought it was okay. And this is where Marvel has it over Sony because Spider-Man worked again as back to Spider-Man. They got the story right. If they give him Fantastic Four, I'm sure they could save that too. Although I did quite like the original.
Well, the first
Fantastic Four film.
Well, yeah, it was all right. I'm sure I've seen that more than once.
Well, they've all kind of bled into one.
Yeah, the reboot Fantastic Four was terrible.
Oh, what did they do with this? I mean, the Silver Surfer one though, the Rise of the Silver Surfer, and what's the big bad called again?
Galactus
appearing as a big cloud.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
That pissed off.
I think that pissed everyone off.
I was literally just about to mention that. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Where the fuck is he? I'm looking at this thing. I'm looking at it closely. I'm like, I still can't see him. Where is he?
I swear, if I see another film, another superhero film that has the the lightning bolt into the sky trope again, I am walking out. I'm just no. I've had enough. No more.
So you're not going to be watching The Flash then?
Well, does it happen in The Flash as well? I mean, that happens in The Flash.
The Flash got his powers by being struck by lightning.
Yeah, we watched the first series of that and haven't watched any more.
No. The movie. The movie. They'll be doing a movie based on Flashpoint where he fucks up a timeline.
Yeah.
But his origin is that he gets struck by lightning.
Okay, I'll give it. Okay, if it's an origin, if that's where he gets it from, fine. But if the baddies are let into our universe through a special portal through a thunderbolt in the sky, I'm done.
Yeah, that almost killed my interest in Doctor Who because they abused that for a couple of seasons, having interdimensional shit going on. I'm like, nah, turn this shit off.
Because like if you think, well, like I think one of the Transformers movies used it as well, and yeah, I mean, hey, it's been around since probably before, but Batman, Ghostbusters used it in the first Ghostbusters. Just give it a rest. Some other trans-dimensional way of bringing bad guys in, please.
Yeah, it's not good. Triggering, I see.
We've been watching. We mentioned last time the Neil Blomkamp. I can't pronounce his surname. Is it Blomkamp?
Blomkamp, yeah.
Yeah. Did we mention that last time? Were you watching his
I think
film?
so. It's the guy that made District 9 and.
Chappie.
Oh, right. Good film.
Yeah,
he's got a YouTube.
His short films are all on YouTube.
Oh, there's another guy that does short films on YouTube. I told you about the Punisher one that you should check out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would highly recommend going to look at Oat Studios and watching all the videos there, because every one of them could be easily turned into a feature-length movie, and you just watch it and go, "This is awesome." I'd definitely go and pay to see that. I mean, it was after. Have you seen Elysium as well?
I have not seen it. No.
Again, highly recommend that film. I think it's
I
massively
need to see
underrated.
it.
Yeah, I hate Matt Damon, and I love that film.
Matt Damon.
He hated that.
I love all his hard acting in Team America. Matt Damon.
Stupid thing is, he's not an idiot at all. He's like, because he did he write or co-write Good Will Hunting?
He did. With was it Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
Or essentially wrote the whole bloody thing and just stuck Ben Affleck's name on it.
I don't know. The only film they're tolerable in is Dogma.
Oh, that film is so funny. Doesn't it have Jay and Silent Bob in it?
Yeah.
Back when Kevin Smith was still good.
Yeah, but also the bit where Rickman pulls his trousers down and says, "I have no genitals."
Yeah, he's Metatron.
That was so funny. I could not stop laughing. That was such a good film. His voice is amazing.
You've seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
I've seen a few of their things. They're really good.
It's that one movie. It was like I don't know, the fourth or fifth film in the series. And it's got the orangutan in it, and got the four ladies who are the bad guys.
Right.
Seen that one? If it was on for free, or you can get it for free, watch it. It's all right. It always bugged me because one of them, they were, was hot. There's four lady bad guys, and one of them was kind of hot. But I was like, why is she in it? Found out it was Kevin Smith's wife. It's like, there we go. That's why she's in the movie.
It wouldn't be Jay's wife, because he's a drug addict and he's lucky to have any work anyway because of Bob.
Yeah, what's his name? Jason Mewes, isn't it? And he was in
Suicide Silence.
Yeah, Suicide Silence music video not long ago. They've gone off on a weird tangent recently. Jesus, but yeah, his nose all fucked up. I think it's because he's been snorting too much like coke.
Oh, do you remember Daniela Westbrook when she did that?
He was so hot in the 90s.
And Tara Palmer Tomkinson, before she passed, she had like her nose had collapsed everywhere but at the top, at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she passed away last year.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise that.
Well, not very. She's not exactly someone who's like in the news very often, except when she's dead.
True.
I remember her nose. It looked like it caved in, and then just left a little dent at the end. Like it just looked like a little vampire nose. She's like, "I want to suck your cock."
Can't can't have helped. Well, I don't know if she was a raging. She was a drug addict? I don't know. But a nose like that, I would have thought so. You don't get a nose like that from just surgery.
Mm-hmm. She'd want something a bit harder. I'm waiting for people to start getting so hooked on vape things, because my brother-in-law, he loves vape stuff. He does smoke though, so he's not a total douche. And he got this new
I'm off. See you later, guys.
Yeah. He's got this 300-watt box, and he can only get up to 120 before he starts crying because it's too much for him. He had a friend over who has this 250-watt box, and he can get his up to 220. He got my brother-in-law's up to about the same, and he's puffing all this smoke out, and I'm like, I don't understand this. The other guy doesn't smoke, and I'm sniffing this stuff called Heisenberg, and I'm like, dude, it smells like you're blowing love hearts. It's candy. It just smells like love hearts. I've got Heisenberg candy upstairs. I promise you, Heisenberg's rocks do not smell like love hearts that say, I love you. Douches. Oh, such douches.
I don't know. I think people get more addicted to like the e-cigarettes than they do normal cigarettes.
Yeah, that might be
I
true.
think it's because it's also a bit of a novelty for them.
So, well, 7 years is not much of a novelty. Yeah, I would have thought the novelty would have worn off by now, but it hasn't.
I don't. He spent 85 quid on this box, and I'm like, dude, why? I broke all my other boxes. Why don't you just fix some more? Maybe get cheaper ones, because if this breaks, it's a very expensive thing to break. He's still for Christmas, and he's still smoking this stuff. Getting him Ron Jeremy, vape oil. The hedgehog, and he even in front of his friend, he said, "This if you record this will be like the first hot man-on-man session you'll ever see." Then Ron Jeremy putting all his power in my mouth. Oh, fuck me, the puns, they continue. Oh, that was terrible as well.
There is Ron Jeremy e-liquid.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy e-liquid. Just sounds wrong to say Ron Jeremy is liquid.
Yeah, boil him up and suck him down.
His box is big and black. I immediately, when I mentioned Ron Jeremy, it was like, wrong race, but still funny. Hey, it's technically interracial. Wow, that's funny. I can't do the vape thing. It doesn't work for me.
I've tried several.
It just smells like sweet shops.
Yeah, I've tried several times, but I keep going back to cigarettes.
Oh, I just don't smoke, so it's easy for me. I see it more as a novelty. And obviously that's how it's treated, I guess. Just stand there puffing these monstrous clouds. I'm like, why?
I do find it unnecessary. I mean, I was up outside of Wembley Stadium. It was somewhere doing a show when he's like IT shows things, and there's a guy outside who clearly worked for the place, and he was vaping outside, having a quick break, and he was doing this whole plumes of vape. And I mean, I vape, but I like a good vapor coming out there, but there's different ways of doing it, and it is antisocial. If you're doing it in a crowd of people and you're chucking out smoke machine levels of vape on people, I think that's bad etiquette. There are ways of doing it, even if you've got a high yield vape machine, to minimize the amount of vape that you're spewing on people.
Also, I've mocked Sophane a bit for this, because he does it on streams. He blows vast amounts of vape stuff into the camera, and it's a lot. It also takes the camera out of focus, which is brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, he set the smoke alarm off.
Yeah, once.
Can you imagine someone just standing there? Can you imagine someone just sat there and they're like, I know how to fuck with everyone here. Goes out, pulls their little tiny vape pen, produces the biggest smoke cloud known to man, and just fires it at the smoke detector. In my old dorms, every door in the house, if the fire alarm went off, every door in the house would slam shut. if e-cigarettes were a thing then, I would be shitting myself because my housemates would have actually done it. They'd just blow straight into it. That's what they would have done. I'm so glad that we're not current year students.
But I mean, because I smoke rollies, and I'm sure his e-cigarette costs more than my tobacco does as well. Just, it doesn't quite make sense to me.
I don't. I mean, I buy you know, I buy it in bulk. Yeah, I buy it as a litre at a time, and that's a fair whack of vaping in there, and that's only about 30-40 quid. I mean, if you're buying it off the, going to like a corner shop or something, and you're paying 5 quid for 10 millilitres or something, then yeah, that's expensive. Because especially these newer ones, you can vape through a 10 ml bottle in a day, and that's better than, well, maybe slightly better than smoking these days if you look at cigarette prices, but not compared to rollies. Rollies are obviously dead cheap still.
I think it'd just be easy to quit.
I remember the days when cigarettes were like £2 a pack. Oh.
I remember the days that chocolate cigarettes were cool.
Yeah.
There's a shop.
There's novelty cigarettes that you had like talcum powder and you could blew through.
Oh my god! I had a friend that had one of those, and he didn't breathe through it. He sucked back. Oh my god! What a twat! He did that. I couldn't stop laughing.
I
don't get it. I
never understood that.
I never understood the novelty of smoking, but when I had chocolate cigarettes, I was like, oh yeah, everyone looks so cool with this cheap ass chocolate in their hands. Yeah, you're all so cool right now. And I walk away puffing on my candy stick cigarette instead.
Yeah, look at me. It's so real.
Yeah. I had friends that did that. They were like, did it with crayons. They get a crayon and be like, I'm smoking. Look, I'm so cool. Yeah, you fucking naughty bellend. Let me light that and see if you're really cool.
Yeah. Did you try going when I was growing up when we were a bit poor and we were trying to get high or something? We tried smoking nutmeg.
No, but if you ever dried out bracken, which was quite a hollow weed, if you dry it out and hollow it out, put
some crack in it.
Roach. Put a roach on the end. You could smoke that, and I noticed a lot of people could smoke that quite nicely and happily. But also you could stuff it with stuff. I know people who did stuff it with like a mix of weed. Very weak bud as well. They just put that in there with a little roach on the end, and and the thing is, it was quite long, and it would smoke quite well for a long time. So they'd be sat there in the fields with their white lightning and their their makeshift spliff because they couldn't be bothered to get the money together to go to the shops to get the king size super slims. Fucking cheapskates.
Oh,
They just grabbed the bracken.
Go and buy some sovereigns.
God, the amount of people I know used to buy those, or they'd steal silk sluts and then put them in sovereign boxes because they were like, I don't want to be known for smoking silk sluts. Yeah. There was a cigarette that existed around then that a lot of my friends liked that didn't sell very much. It was Moors.
Yes, I used to smoke those.
A few of my friends quite like those, understandably. Some also like Camel. Yeah, I don't know why. Some of the smell from some of those different, just really bad. Oh dear.
I did smoke Lucky Strikes for a little while.
Oh yeah.
I
And I bought soft packs as well. You know what? I still don't get why.
It's a 90s thing. I think everyone who smoked in the 90s at some point bought a soft pack of Luckies.
Someone, well, I never bought cigarettes. Someone in the chat mentioned a pipe. When I was younger, and when I started this channel, I wanted to get a pipe with like tentacles on it, but I couldn't be bothered to go and find one. If one exists, I will buy it, just to have it.
It must do.
Reasons. I'm going to look now while we talk.
did actually. I did try, but when we got into the steampunk thing, I thought I'd take up pipe smoking because that's what you do. I still actually got the pipes in a box somewhere, but
Oh, well, there is one.
oh dear.
By the way, I do have one thing that I smoke with, and that's a hookah.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
I have a hookah, yes.
I mean, I've always smoked menthols because I only started smoking them so no one else would steal my cigarettes.
Right.
God, I don't smoke, but I really want a fag now.
I found tentacle pipes on Etsy. Some are they're mostly around the 35 to £40 mark.
That's not too bad.
I just need shekels. I will earn this. I'll put it next to my tentacle stuff.
You have a
Amazing.
collection of tentacle stuff.
A little collection going from tentacle ring to a statue. Hell, I was even sent a toilet roll holder. Not even joking.
I've got a big
My
fuck off
darling patron.
tentacle necklace. It's like a tentacle wrapped around a giant crystal.
That's pretty cool. See if I can show. Yes. Let's show this off.
If you do use the pipe, don't inhale. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
There we go.
That's awesome.
It's not too bad, is it? They had smaller ones, I think, for stoners.
That's the thing.
Anyone who finds it complicated, pull that arm out a little.
Most things can be improved by adding tentacles, though, I reckon.
Yeah, I've said this a lot. I said it to Laura, who's been loitering in the chat. She keeps disagreeing that tentacles could improve her sex life.
I think several 100,000 Japanese people probably disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, the only 100,000 native Japanese people left because everyone else keeps procreating outside their race or dying off because they're not having babies because they're obsessed with porn. Yeah, those people are cool. I'm okay with this. I'll leave it open. Fuck it.
Imagine you can turn around and get with somebody and they turn around and says, "I'm really sorry, I can't have sex with that. I need a tentacle." Here's a tentacle condom. Here's a tentacle condom. Put it on.
Oh my god. You could say it's ribbed for her pleasure, but at the moment it's suctions for her pleasure.
Yeah. I'm sure
it's all about that grip.
I'm sure there's something out there like that. It seems to be a market for everything.
Now that you've said it, you know it exists. Someone sat there right now making
tentacle dildo.
Oh, that exists.
Yeah, they do. They exist on anywhere really. There's some that exist that shoot stuff like fake discharge out the tip with lube. And I think Opalescence. She mentioned this on a stream. She mentioned that you can get them with disgusting as well. That shoot an alien egg out into a person. I'm like, that's just fucking grim. Oh dear.
Oh, that's wrong.
No, I just can't. It's painful. It offends my being.
But there must be a market. If it exists, there must be people buying it.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. But at the same time, they are all weird. And again, there are people who don't need toys. They just say weird things in the bedroom. They make it weird. Like, I don't know, Irate Bear, when he comes, he says, "I'm a millionaire." I know this because he told everyone on a live stream he did it.
You can get like dragon lips for sex, so fleshlight type jobs. I gotta be careful what I search for on the internet. It's called bad.dragon.com products, and it's basically like monster dildos. Not like as in size, but shapes.
Some of the stuff you see on Bad Dragon is absolutely.
You went
It's
all roboty then.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Internet dying.
Snowball the deer.
Sorry.
It's like it's a deer butt, like a for furries, I guess. They come
They've got to
they
get
come
that reenactment right for bestiality's sake.
you get 4 different colours as well, chest up through to night
Okay, well,
natural.
which colours closely resembles Bambi?
I'd say dark natural is probably the closest one.
It's got to be as
Is that-
authentic as possible for when I tell Bambi while I'm balls deep in her that our mummy's dead.
Oh my god. It really is. Everything is out there, isn't there? I sometimes
Oh, it's deeply concerning. It is deeply concerning.
The thing is, I reckon it's
I-
only just going to get worse and go even more downhill.
Oh, that's okay. I've already seen the scaremongering enough to say in video form on all social media, saying that we've already this year used 1.5 times what this Earth produces in resources in this year alone so far. Yeah, we're stop. Okay, we'll stop. Enough people to cancel out the 0.7. Like all the I don't know. Let's pick a type of person. Let's say anyone with an IQ less than 1. You can all die now. You're welcome.
Is there such a person?
Subjective, I guess.
I mean, I'd be up for that because I'm not very good at tolerating stupid people.
Oh, and anyone who plays or listens to dubstep, you can all die.
Oh,
And if Rob Flynn ever raps again, him too.
Yeah, that shouldn't have ever happened.
Yeah, you rap, you die.
Oh, it still baffles me why he thought that was a good idea.
Oh, it was pandering to the new metal craze. That's why.
No, but Machine Head shouldn't do that. Machine Head should just be Machine Head.
Oh, but we can make so much money pandering to this new fad. I'll just rap. Oh, look, I can't rap. Makes terrible album. Oh, it's so painful.
I think the hairdo is worse than the album.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
the
The little twisty, the 90s style twisty braids. Not have a problem with braids. It's just it was of a time.
It wasn't a good look on him either.
No.
I'm trying to find it. Is it the one where it's... Let's see.
I think it was.
Oh, is it the one where it's all
All Things
spiked out
Change.
everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it. Oh my god. It is so bad. I'm just going to download it first. Because he's got a really nice head of hair as well.
Yeah,
So this is a real waste.
You know, just being kind of a long-haired sort of beardy dude suits him.
This is not a good look for a metalhead. I'm just going to zoom it in. Fuck it. No. No one. No. He looks like he's just stolen the pins out of a Slipknot mask.
I think that was like off like 10-Ton Hammer or something. Wasn't it?
I think so. I think it was that era.
That was such a disappointment.
Yeah, I think so.
Why did they do that?
I did it to trigger me, I think. Oh, someone in the chat likes dubstep and drum and bass. For doing that, though, I'm now going to put you in a timeout. Sorry, Laura. That's for liking drum and bass, which is to me pure heresy. But next time she streams, I bet she's going to do it to me.
No, I find stuff like that a little bit headache inducing.
Yeah, I was in a pub once, and in the next room they were having a wedding reception, and the music was drum and bass, but it was so loud the walls were vibrating, and I swear if I touched the wall, it would change my heartbeat in a really bad way. Like it would just shift everything for a second in just the way, in just the right way that would actually make me sick. I couldn't tolerate it.
I mean,
Okay, yeah, that image was actually from this day, and the Machine Head album. I don't know which album it was from, but Burning Red, that was it. And I just had a quick look at
Burning
it,
Red.
and it is such a reactionary look. It's clearly like, oh look, Corner doing it. Let's all start wearing Adidas shell suits and do our hair weird.
Yes. At least he didn't get to the point of wearing kilts on stage.
I got
I think that would've been-
told off once on a Korn fan forum for referring to Jonathan Davis as the fat man in a skirt.
But he is a fat man in a skirt.
I know. I was just
he's
winding
so
them up,
fat.
but I nearly got lynched. It was really funny.
They're so sensitive. The hardcore fans of anything, any group, any show, anything, they are nutcases. You just can't. You can't just go around insulting senpai.
Like
Whiny little bitches.
I'm a massive fangirl of a lot of stuff, but I can take the piss out of myself about it. I admit I like the Vampire Diaries, and I know I shouldn't, and I know I'm old enough to know better.
Disgust me.
Because they're not proper vampires.
I have not watched enough of the show to know. I've watched 10 minutes of one episode, and that's it.
Yeah, that's probably all you need to watch, to be fair. But I kind of got sucked into it, and I've watched near enough all 8 seasons now.
Oh,
Plus the spin-off as well, called The Originals.
there was a spin-off.
Yeah.
Oh, God. When will my pain ever end? Please tell me it's been cancelled.
The Vampire Diaries has, The Originals hasn't.
Well, that's not fair at all.
It's kind of trash TV for me, though.
Yeah. Then again, anything that piggybacked off a fad, like Twilight, is pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm happy to admit I hate Twilight.
I watched the 50 Shades of Grey movie.
Really?
Oh God.
Watched it with with some of my friends, and we were like, "This is so fucking boring. If I want to watch any decent BDSM, I'm just going to go to Pornhub."
Yeah, I read the book just to see.
I read all the books. I read
Yeah.
the books, and I sat there and I was like, apparently this is meant to get people aroused. I'm not even noticing so much the tickle. In fact, I think reading this has given me a migraine and an STD.
It's just it's so badly written that I just found it
And
funny.
the bitch made tens of millions off it.
Yeah.
It's all probably like middle-aged sort of mother type people reading it, isn't it?
Kind of only get off when they use the shower setting in a bath. Or I'm going to go take a bath. 45 minutes later, come out looking like lava. Was that a nice bath? Bright red of you, lobster? And you know they've been in there having a fucking wank. Or the one sat on the washing machine and rocking it from side to side.
It's a sad state of affairs if 50 Shades gets you off.
Yeah.
You really,
There was
you've not lived life. You've been doing missionary.
No.
Like,
There was a channel called Reading Ren, and she did 50 Shades in 50 days. There are loads of books on Amazon Kindle store, all called 50 Shades of, and they did one with tentacles.
Hi, don't mind me. I just came on to say, fuck you, I'm a dinner jad.
Perfect. Yeah. And Arthface and I read the Fickles, and it was just the most. It was really badly written. some of the worst writing I've ever seen. The grammar Nazi in many popped up. But this 50 Shades thing sparked a little fad of people writing short stories based, on that kind of idea of some, I guess, a trope of setting up some kind of sex story and just working on the sex scenes.
Yeah. Because I was looking on Audible for like werewolf books. That's a bad idea because by the looks of it, all the werewolf books on Audible are bad erotic fiction, and I can't bring myself to waste a credit on any of them to see how bad they are.
Yeah, you do really have to kind of weigh up the options. You want to trust the reviews, but at the same time, they're going to be lying. Some of those are trolls.
So I listened to just finished American Gods instead.
Any good?
It is, but it's one of the Neil Gaiman ones I'd never read, and I've been a massive fan of his for years. But because we started watching the TV show, I was like, oh, better read the book.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, she's back already. Damn it. Oh dear. You know how I told you I have to take something at 8 o'clock, right? And by 11 o'clock, I'm nearly unconscious. Well, I'm nearly unconscious now, and it might be. I do apologize, but I might have to end this now. If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to stream on Thursday. If you two would like to hop on, you're more than welcome to. I'll try and make it start the stream earlier so that I don't get sleepy earlier because it's really stupid.
Okay.
Okay. I'll end this now then.